So today we are going to discuss what we are going to learn in AWS. The contents which we are going to discuss in AWS. I will give the brief introduction about each and every chapter. Then we can understand what we are going to learn in AWS. So AWS training prerequisite is absolute beginners. No prior AWS experience is necessary. Previous system administration or development knowledge would be added advantage. System administrators interested in deploying applications on AWS and cloud computing enthusiasts. So these persons, they can learn AWS. So absolute beginners. If you have any knowledge on development or administration, that is added advantage for you. So system requirements, need to set up an AWS account like how you created your Gmail account. Like that, you can create your AWS account. Next, if it is Windows, by using Putty or Putty keygen software through web browser, you can log in, you can connect your AWS services and resources. If you are using Linux servers or Mac OS, directly through terminal, you can access your servers. So now the contents which we are going to discuss. So first one is Amazon EC2. EC2 means Elastic Compute Cloud. Elastic Compute Cloud. So EC2 is nothing but an instance. So instance is nothing but virtual servers. Like I have a laptop. This is physical hardware. Top of the physical hardware, I installed VMware Workstation. Top of this, I created some machines. These machines, technically, I am calling as virtual machines. Same in AWS Cloud, the machines which you are going to launch, they are calling as EC2 instances. By default, the servers are ready to access. Just you have to launch the servers. You can work with servers. Those are EC2 servers. So, introduction to Amazon EC2. EC2 benefits. Use EC2. EC2 features. EC2 instance types. So these are Amazon EC2. So what is EC2 instance? What are the benefits? What are the features? What are the instance types? So instance types means, for example, you have Lenovo laptop. So in Lenovo, we have number of models are there. Like while launching instances, we have T2.micro, C3.large, T2.small, T2.large, like depending upon hardware capacity. So we can launch instances. That is, we are going to discuss about in EC2 class. What are the different types of EC2 instances? Next, Amazon EBS. So Amazon EBS means Elastic Block Store. means block level storage. Remember, block level storage means, for example, you bought a new disk. So when you bought a new disk, nothing will be there. So if you want to write the data, what you have to do, you have to format it. You have to format it. So as a cloud administrator, whatever the instances you launched, when they require storage, you need to create one EBS volume. That volumes you can attach to the servers. Like in SAN environment, we can call as a LUNs, logical unit numbers. Here we are calling as EBS volumes. Now introduction to Amazon EBS, size and capacity, EBS benefits, use cases, what are the different volume types, provisioned volumes and magnetic volumes, like different volume types we have. And EBS snapshots, how to take the backup of your volumes. What are the features of EBS? So this is important because this is related to storage. So launched instance, by default, some storage they will allocate. So as a EC2 administrator, they required more space. So as a cloud administrator, you are going to allocate some space to the EC2 instances, whether it is Windows servers or Linux servers. So that is we are going to discuss in elastic block storage class. Next, elastic IP address. So elastic IP address is nothing but permanent IP. See, by default, whenever we launch instance from AWS cloud, by default, they will allocate one public IP. So every time that public IP should be changed. But whenever you configure any website on the instance, if the public IP is every day continuously changed, so your customers, end users can get the problems. That is the reason you can assign permanent IP. Prasad, చెప్పు ప్రసాద్ క్లాస్లో క్లాస్లే అవును. శివకుమార్ ఏం ఐడియా లేదు, నేను చూడలేదు ఎప్పుడు ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. 15,000 ఉందో 10,000 ఉందో మరి. అజూర్ డెవాప్సా మనకు అడిగితే ఎవరు ఇచ్చినా కూడా ఇది రీడ్ ఓన్లీ ఇస్తారు. వీడియోస్ కొనుక్కోవచ్చు. కొనుక్కోవచ్చు. సేమ్ ఉంటుంది. అవును, సేమ్ ఉంటుంది. మరి అది ఏ చూడండి ఒకసారి కోర్సులు. నేను కనుక్కొని చెప్తాను ఒకసారి మీకు. నా క్లాస్ అయిపోయింది, 4:30కి చేస్తాను. ఓకే 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 ఓకే. So elastic IP address, so whatever the public IP assigned by the AWS is not permanent. Every time it will be changed. So every time you cannot update your customers, today this is my website IP, today my website IP. That is the reason you can get one elastic IP address. Elastic IP address is nothing but static IP. For example, you can take my laptop. I assign one permanent IP. Change adapter settings, Ethernet, properties. So TCP IPv4. This is permanent IP. So same, it is called elastic IP address. Is my voice is audible properly or not? Okay. So that is elastic IP address. Here see my Ethernet, I assigned one public IP. Sorry, I assigned one IP address. This is permanent. Like that in cloud also, you can get one permanent IP, but that is chargeable. Remember, whenever you assign elastic IP, that is chargeable. So while practicing, just we have to get one elastic IP address. We can configure one website. We can check the website. After that, within 1 hour, you have to remove it. They will not be charged because 1 hour hourly based. Less than 1 hour, they are not going to be charged. Next, AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM. So IAM is nothing but like who knows Windows Server Administration or Linux Server Administration, some any administration. Some of the administrator privileges we can assign to the normal users. In Windows, the concept is called delegation control. In Linux, the concept is called pseudo users. In Solaris, it is RBAC, role-based access control. Same concept in cloud environment. As a cloud root administrator, as a account holder, we can have number of services in cloud, resources in cloud. So you can create user accounts by using IAM. You can assign some privileges to them. You can only access EC2 instances. You can only access elastic block storage. You can only access something. You can only access something. Like as a root account holder, see, every day, how I am going to log in my AWS management console account. I am the account holder. Every day I am logging as a root user because I am the owner of the account. I am the administrator of this account. See, root user, account owner that perform tasks requiring unrestricted access. As a root user, I can create some IAM users. So users within an account that perform daily tasks. So like this, IAM concept we are going to discuss here. So introduction to the AWS Identity and Access Management. What are the features of IAM? Multi-factor authentication. That means two-way authentications. Virtual MFS. Users security credentials. So how the security password credentials. Some secret keys like that. Temporary security credentials. Managing permissions and policies. Managing users and use cases. How to create IAM groups, how to access IAM. So everything we are going to learn in the class, AWS Identity and Access Management. Next, Amazon S3. So Elastic Block Store already just now I explained you. It is a block level storage. Block level storage means I can allocate you 1 terabyte space. As your wish, you can format them. So that 1 terabyte, you can create 250 GB, 250 GB, 250 GB, 250 GB, 4 partitions. You can format as ever wish. You can do the partitions. S3 means object level storage, like D drive. Already predefined drive is there. So I am storing my data. Like S3, object level storage. Whatever your local computer data is there, you can upload into your Amazon S3 like Google Drive. It is object level storage. So introduction to Amazon S3, S3 benefits, S3 use cases, key features, different storage classes, how to enable versioning in S3 storage, what is the S3 pricing, what is the S3 data size, how to host your own website on S3 background without any operating system. Generally, whenever you want to host website, you need servers, either Linux servers or Windows servers. So by using S3 storage without any disturbance, you can allocate storage, object level storage to S3, and also you can have your own website. You can develop, you can host the website without having any operating system. And cross region replication. For example, the data which I am uploading in Hyderabad region automatically can upload into Mumbai region. That is, the data which is in Mumbai region automatically replicate in Singapore region, Tokyo region, US East region, US West region. This is called Amazon S3 storage and cross region replication. And lab access, how to see practical. This is an important task in AWS. Next, Glacier. Glacier is a secure, durable, and extremely low cost storage for data archiving purpose, means backup. Amazon Glacier is optimized for data, but it is rarely accessed and retrieval time on several hours. So, but very low cost. So the data which is not frequently used, we can move into infrequent access. The data which is not also using infrequently, the type of data it will move into Glacier. But how automatically is it go? So we have to write the rules, life cycle rules. By using that life cycle rules, we can do that one. Next, what is VPC, Virtual Private Cloud? This is the backbone of AWS. VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. How to host your own network in cloud environment privately, not publicly. So you can keep your servers in our virtual private cloud. So nobody can communicate your servers. And also, what are the basics of VPC? Private subnets, public subnets, routing tables, and gateways, everything. We are going to internet gateways, so NAT gateways, everything we are going to learn in the class VPC. Next, auto scaling and load balancing. So auto scaling, automatically depending upon the requirement, it will scale up your data and scale your data. Scale up and scale down of instances. For example, in particular peak hours, my requirement is 3 servers or 4 servers. For weekly once only, it may be get. For that is the reason Next, elastic load balancer. So elastic load balancer. There is a heavy incoming traffic will come into your application. For example, Flipkart.com is there. Every Wednesday, they are going to provide some offers 9 to 1. So in 9 to 1, there is a heavy load will come into the where the e-commerce website which are configured in cloud environment by any servers, database servers, whatever it may be, you can keep in the load balance. Whenever there is a high load, automatically it will distribute the load between multiple instances. So how many instances you want to keep, first you have to tell to your system. Next, Amazon CloudWatch. So Amazon CloudWatch is a monitoring service. What is going on in my AWS services and resources? How to watch the metrics. For example, my CPU utilization is less than 10%. Terminate it. So one CPU utilization is more than 78%. Launch another instance because one is not enough to get that much of resources. So immediately there is a simple option snapshot. You can launch it. So Amazon CloudWatch, you can monitor your AWS resources. Next to simple notification service, it is a highly available and fully managed by public and subnets. That is SNS notification. So we have to register it. So next to route 53, this is nothing but a Amazon DNS. So how to Linux DNS server, Windows DNS server, Apache, Solaris DNS server. So DNS servers are must to restore our applications. To restore our applications. So route 53. Name resolution purpose. For example, you can take your mobile, you have 150 numbers. All the numbers you saved with names. Why we saved with names? Maybe we can forget the number. That is the reason. We have to understand route 53, how to manage DNS, what are the DNS records, what are the structure of DNS, everything you have to learn. The CloudFront. So it is a content delivery network where the web pages are far from you. For example, once I am downloading page, but the page will not come. The regular usage pages. For example, every day I am connecting GoToMeeting, Google Meeting, Gmail account. Whatever you are accessing daily concepts, whatever you are doing work, so every day doing same work, you are also freeboard. So you can go for CloudFront. So it will keep the pages into nearest edge location. So the request will not go to directly AWS Route 53. It goes to nearest cache server. It will provide the name information. So Elastic Beanstalk always AWS certified solutions. Higher end service 99,999. So that is high availability. Next, cloud formation. A cloud formation is a service. It provides the given developers without any permission from any prior person. The cottage group. So we have to create a distribution group in cloud formation. So you have to keep your websites in distribution group. Automatically it will keep your web pages into a performance will be increased. And also third-party softwares you can use. And then you can make it remain in the body applicable fashion. Next, RDS, Relational Database Service. So Amazon Relational Database Service makes it easy to set up, operate, and scale relational and databases in the cloud. And resources which may cut ENT. Next to DynamoDB. It is also a database service, but SQL is the, RDS is the SQL database. DynamoDB is the non-SQL database. Okay, next, Elastic File System, last one. So how to share the storage across the LAN? Already told you. Elastic Block Store, block level storage, S3 object level storage. So Elastic File System is file system level storage. So these are the topics we are going to learn in our complete AWS class. So if you have any doubts, please ask me. I am going to end the session.
Hi, sir. Vineet here. Sir,
Yeah,
what's the difference we have between root user and IAM user? Sorry, IAM user.
IAM user have some privileges. If a group of users are there, you can add into one group that user. Okay.
So it does mean like the IAM user is super than the root user?
No. Root is the unrestricted privileges. Root can give some smaller, little permissions only they will allocate.
Okay.
IAM users means only administrator, whatever the given, the information they will provide.
Why I'm confused, sir? Because the Linux we have a root user.
Yes.
So on that time, the root user will have all the permissions.
Now you can check. Whenever you given the command ls-a on Linux, it shows who is the owner of the file, what is the owner group, everything it will check. So is there any other doubts? Please ask me. See, all are paid money. Is all are paid money or not?
No, sir.
When you are going to pay?
Today evening or tomorrow?
Okay, tomorrow by afternoon you have to pay the money. Your name?
Shubham.
Shubham, did you get the feedback mail how to pay the money? That's something.
I got the call, but I have not yet got the mail.
Okay.
Mail is not received yet.
So do one thing. You can type your mail IDs. I will send that feedback mail. You have to go through that one payment.
Sure.
So just type your mail IDs in
chat.
చెప్పండి మేడం. చెప్పండి. 4:30కా? సరేలేండి. ఎంతమంది? ఒకళ్ళ ఇద్దరా? ఏది AWS? సరేనండి. ఇంకెవరు ఉంటే యాడ్ చేసి పంపించేయండి. So once you send the money, you have to keep the copy to durgasoftonlinetraining.com. One copy you can send to that one. I am giving that mail ID here only, or else already they given the mail IDs. Now chat your mail IDs who want to pay the money. Send your mail IDs. I will send.
I shared my mail ID in a chat section.
Where you typed your mail ID?
Yeah. shubhamganate@gmail.com.
Shivam. Where is it?
In chat. Okay, 1 minute.
A chat box not there.
Oh, sorry. 1 minute.
Okay. See, others also who are not received feedback mail, send a mail in chat box. You can type your mail in chat box. I will send mail it. Vinith Kumar, did you get the mail? Feedback mail?
Yes, sir. I got that email.
Okay.
Even that consulate called me today also.
Okay.
And I have informed that I'll do it tomorrow.
Okay. Venugopal?
Yeah, sir, tell me.
Did you get feedback mail? How
No,
to
sir.
pay the money?
No, sir.
So type your mail ID in chat box.
Okay.
Karnika Mane.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, madam. Can you send your mail ID?
Yes.
So tomorrow we are going to start. First, I will explain you what is the difference between virtualization and cloud computing, because without a virtualization, there is no cloud. First, we have to understand that one. Then I am going to start EC2 instances, first class. And before going to that, I will explain about the global infrastructure of AWS. What are the regions? What are the availability zones? Introduction to AWS, architecture of AWS. Tomorrow, virtualization versus cloud computing and AWS architecture, introduction to AWS architecture. Tomorrow I will explain. Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
What's
this
the
course,
duration of this course?
30 to 35 days, madam.
Okay. And timing is fixed, that is 3:30.
3:30 to 4:30, fixed time.
Okay.
sir, this course will cover Lambda and serverless also, sir.
See, Lambda theoretical part I will explain.
And sir, serverless.
Serverless, it will come into the developer part. Serverless applications also we are going to use. So S3 storage, website configuration, serverless only. No? Some topics will come, serverless topics.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, tomorrow we will meet. Okay, thank you all. If you have any doubts, please ask me any other questions. Okay, thank you all. Tomorrow we'll meet. Okay, same time, 3:30.